Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about similar concept to speed, velocity, and finally acceleration. Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity. The velocity changes with respect to time. According to definition, acceleration is the change in velocity per unit time. What is the meaning of change in velocity? So, to understand that, let us watch this small video. In this, we are going to see that the running of a cheetah, the running of a cheetah. Observe the running of a cheetah. If you observe its running very carefully, initially it is moving very slow, then it's pick up its velocity and running faster. Again it catches more. Let's see one more time. Initially its velocity is less. Now it's increased again. It's running very fast. Now we say that the cheetah is changing its velocity with respect to time. So the change in velocity with respect to time is known as acceleration. To know much more about acceleration, let's know about accelerator. We know this component in almost all motor vehicles. If you can take this bike, so in this bike, we know the where the accelerator will be and how it works. So accelerator works. So if this bike, this will be the accelerator. And if you can increase or decrease its direction, then its pickup speed. When it comes to the car is also having accelerator. So this portion is the accelerator. And if we press that pedal, the car accelerates. So when the car accelerates, what happens? Its speed continuously changes. Acceleration is change in velocity per unit time. Let's see a car velocity how it changes. Initially, the car is at 0. Now, when time increases, the car picking up its speed and its speed maximum 100 km per hour. So, to increase the car speed from 0 to 100, to increase the car speed from 0 to 100, the car took how many seconds of time? It's have taken 11.26 seconds. We can calculate by using a formula the acceleration of the car. The formula is acceleration A equal to change in velocity. Acceleration A equal to change in velocity per unit time. So I can write this formula at here. So A equal to V minus U by T. Here V is the initial velocity and V is the final velocity and U is the initial velocity, starting velocity, and T is the time interval for which that change happened. So by using this formula, acceleration A equal to V minus U by T. So V minus U will also represent as delta V, means change in velocity. Change we will represent in terms of delta. Time also we can represent in terms of change, delta T. Let's calculate the acceleration of the car. So this is the initial state, initially at the time 000 time, initial state, the car velocity, initial velocity equal to 0. Initial velocity U equal to 0. Now if you take the time taken to reach 100 kilometers per hour, so the time taken to reach 100 kilometers per hour is 11.26 seconds. So this velocity is known as final velocity. Therefore, final velocity V equal to 0. So we are having initial velocity and we are having final velocity, and the time taken to reach 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, the timer is showing the time. So the time here equal to 11.26 seconds. 11.26 seconds. Sorry, final velocity is 100 kilometers per hour. Final velocity is here 100 kilometers per hour. And the time equal to 11.26 seconds. 11.26 seconds. Now by using acceleration formula, acceleration A equal to V final velocity minus initial velocity by time t. Now we are having these values. We can substitute those values in this given formula. We can calculate the acceleration of the car. The acceleration of the car, we will substitute these values at here. After substituting the values, v equal to 100 and the u equal to minus 0 by time 11.26. If you can do this, now 100 minus 0 divided by 11.26. You can do simple calculation further, which is equal to 100 by 11.26. If you divide 100 to the 11.26, the value is, the acceleration of the car is 8.88. That will be the acceleration of the car. By using simple formula, we can calculate the acceleration. Finally, acceleration is change in velocity with respect to time. Acceleration A equal to v minus u by t. Here v is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity. T is the time taken to change the velocity. We need to discuss about its units. Acceleration is a vector quantity because velocity is a vector, velocity having the direction. Similarly, acceleration is also having the direction. So the SI unit of the acceleration, velocity units are meter per second. This is the velocity units, meter per second, and we are dividing with the time. Time units are the seconds. So the acceleration units is meter per second square. If you can divide the velocity by time, you will end up with meter per second square. That is the SI unit of the acceleration. Very simple concept. Today we learned